Okay. Well, it depends on whether they want an official score or an unofficial score. So when you sit for the test, right when you finish the test, you get to see your unofficial score. You won't know your score on the writing portion, but you will see your scores for the other sections. This is considered the unofficial score. And then your official scores become available online around 20 days after taking the exam.
Okay. And how can a student pass on a score to the university, college?
So every time you take the GMAT, you can send your score to 5 schools as part of the price of the test. Schools have a code, and you'll use that code to identify what schools the scores should be sent to. If you want to send more later, or let's say you're not sure you want to send the scores and you don't put any schools down, then you're going to have to pay $28 for each score you send later. So it is important that when you do take the test, you know what schools you want to send your scores to so you can save that money. And also, a quick note, if you cancel your scores, you won't be able to send them on to a school, and you won't see the score. So you have to make that decision before sending off the scores.
Okay. How long is the score valid?
Pretty long. The scores are valid for 5 years. You could actually get access to scores that are older than 5 years and younger than 10 years. But I would recommend, if someone's thinking about doing this, I would recommend just taking the GMAT again. I hear that when the GMAT sends scores that are 5 to 10 years old, that they put a note on the scores or somehow notify the school that this is an old score and should be read with some, not hesitance, but discretion, just to know that it is an older score. And that's a special request, too, that might cost a little bit more money. I'm not sure, though. But definitely 5 years and younger, no problem.
Okay. So which score will be counted, the latest or the highest? Okay. And
good question.
And what are the average scores at the top colleges and universities?
All right. So I first should say that I'm more of a test prep expert than an admissions expert. So it's always best to contact the schools to find out for sure how they're going to be interpreting your GMAT scores. But I hear mostly they look at the highest score, not the most recent score. And the average scores at top universities are going to be in the 700s. So like Harvard, Yale, Stanford, these average scores are going to be anywhere from about 710 to 720 or higher. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but that's around the average. And it's important to know that it is an average of the students who were accepted. So some students did score lower and some did score higher.